गुड इवनिंग आदि, कैसा है?
अच्छा हूँ।
लाइफ सही है? सही है।
हाँ।
रुक जा एक मिनट, मैं बाकी लोगों से बात कर लूं जरा। सोहम कैसा
गुड
है?
इवनिंग सर।
हाय अन्वेषा, अरे तू हाय बोल के चली गई वापस से यार।
गुड इवनिंग सर।
हाय गुड इवनिंग बेटा। सर कैन यू प्लीज टेक अ क्लास ऑन? अरे यार तुम लोग चैट करना बंद करो यार मेरे साथ यार। रुक जा एक सेकंड। वगीशा है ये। वगीशा किधर है? वगीशा, वगीशा,
Yes,
वगीशा,
sir.
वगीशा, हाँ हाय।
Yes, sir.
Why are you chatting with me?
Hi.
Why can't you talk to me? Talk to me. You want a class on literature? I'll tell you what the problem is. Some of these kids were sitting with me last week and I explained the issue to them. We have a lot of time, first of all. Okay. We have time until April end. So I have a lot of time with you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a few of my lectures here and there on YouTube. So you guys can take a look at the literature lectures. Uske beech mein I'll keep holding these sessions for you wherever you need help. All right. But I took a poll and everyone said that language is something that they were having difficulty in. And last week I tried explaining email and letter, but then some device issue happened and tech issues happened. I couldn't do it. So today I'm doing that. Sooner or later I'll do literature also with you. Every week I'm gonna see you, but I'm gonna try and as long as सांसें चलती रहेगी मैं तेरी हेल्प करूंगा वीक में एक बार पर, उससे ज्यादा टाइम नहीं मिल पा रहा, प्रॉब्लम वो हो रहा। ठीक है, चल मैं शुरू कर रहा आज का लेक्चर। बाकी सब ठीक है? खुश हो सब लोग? आदि को छोड़ के, उसका वीक थोड़ा खराब गया। बाकी कुछ लोग लास्ट वीक आ नहीं पाए
वीक
थे
नहीं, आज आज ही मतलब पूरा।
हाँ पता, मैं मेरे को लगा वैलेंटाइंस डे था इसलिए तेरा कुछ हुआ
ना
रहेगा।
ना 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 ना, मेरे को
ऐसा कुछ
फर्क
नहीं
नहीं
था,
पड़ता।
अच्छा गया तेरा लाइफ। ठीक है, वो वाला दिन अच्छा था।
हाँ
ठीक है, चल मैं बंद कर रहा हूँ स्क्रीन। Alright guys, I would request everyone to have a paper and pen with you in case it helps. It will help you to have a paper and pen. कभी कभी कुछ लिखना पड़े शायद, इसलिए। ठीक है, वीडियो ऑफ कर रहा हूँ, स्क्रीन शेयर। क्विक रीकैप, क्विक रीकैप, ओके, एकदम छोटू सा एक रीकैप दे रहा हूँ because both the topics are connected. Last time I was teaching you something called notice writing, wherein I taught you format 1, and I said format 1 is this, where everything is in the center. And if you're doing format 2, then you have creative heading, actual heading, and then you have everything left based like date, venue, and time. And then you have like content. Schools sometimes force you to learn one of these formats, but both are accepted by the boards. The board doesn't make a big deal out of these things कि तुम कौन सा format follow करते हो. School तुम्हें दादागिरी करके एक format करवाती है purely because बच्चे कंफ्यूज नहीं होना चाहिए और दो चीजें मिक्स नहीं होनी चाहिए। ठीक है, लाइक किसी ने ऑन लिख दिया पर बाद में वेन्यू लिख दिया, वो गलत है। तो कोई भी एक फॉर्मेट चूज करने का एंड स्टिक टू इट। नाउ इफ यू आर फॉलोइंग नोटिस के लिए फॉर्मेट 1, तो ईमेल के लिए भी फॉर्मेट 1 ही चूज करना है। यू कांट डू फॉर्मेट 1 फॉर नोटिस एंड फॉर्मेट 2 फॉर ईमेल, दैट्स इनकरेक्ट। डायरेक्टली 5 मार्क उड़ जाएगा पूरा का पूरा, यू गेट 0। ठीक है, इस टॉपिक में 5-on-5 वाला बहुत इजी है। ओके, तुम्हारा टॉपिक ही 40 मार्क का पेपर है, उसमें इसमें तो 5 मिलना चाहिए। ठीक है, लास्ट टाइम मैंने नोटिस किया था, आज ईमेल कर रहा है। फॉर्मेट 1 इज माय फेवरेट फॉर्मेट, एंड ईमेल के लिए दिस इज व्हाट माय मेल शुड लुक लाइक। ऑलराइट, आई हैव अ पेज, the diagram is bad, don't go by my lines and stuff. All right, but that's my page by the way. Okay, now I'm starting an email. First thing to do is start from the margin. So I'm going to start from the margin. I'm going to write an email ID, right? Now here's the problem. And this is something I teach all my kids. Now all of you are my kids. So I'm teaching all of you this trick. Jinko lena hai wo trick lo, jinko nahi lena, they can stick to what you've learned in school. When you're writing an email ID, this should be your format. Designation @company.com. एग्जाम्पल देता हूं, मैं लिख रहा हूं स्कूल प्रिंसिपल को, मेरा ईमेल आईडी होगा principal @ and then मैं स्कूल का नाम लिखूंगा. Last time I kept saying that Poddar School is something I like. It's a very simple name. I'm going to stick to that. Poddar School.com है ना. अब मैं एक मैनेजर को लिख रहा हूं, मैनेजर @tajhotels.com. मैं एक हॉस्पिटल के डीन को लिख रहा हूं, डीन @justlokehospital.com. Now I know what schools have taught you. Schools teach you this: principal, blue bell academy@gmail.com. चलेगा मेरे को, तेरे को जो करना, दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड मेरे को कोई भी चीज चलेगा, ये मेरा स्टाइल है. और ये क्यों मेरा स्टाइल है और मुझे क्यों पसंद है, ये बिकॉज इट्स सिंपल. इससे तीन चीजें समझ में आती है. एक, हम किसको लिख रहे हैं, who are we writing this email to. Second, what is the position of this person, like in terms of what institute, what company does a person work for. And these days every company have their own domain. This is not an IT exam, it's an English exam. It doesn't matter whether this domain exists or not. They just want to see if you understand the concept of a domain. Okay, so person's name @ now, unless you are writing it to a music director, then obviously you can't write music@director.com. That makes no sense. Then you write sonunigam@gmail.com, and then you can just say you're a musician or whatever. Okay, but those emails rarely come. It will always be to a principal, mainly to a manager. Maybe you're making an inquiry somewhere, so you're talking to a department head, something like that. A municipal commissioner. So municipal commissioner @ bmc.com. That's for people in Mumbai, they would understand. All right, so that's your email ID. Now, once I'm done with my email ID, let's say I'm writing it to a principal right now, so I'm sticking to one format, principal @podarschool.com. Now what I do is, wait a minute, there's an ant on my table. Hold on, not killing it, don't worry, just lifting and putting it away. All right, sorted. Okay, now pay attention. एक लाइन छोड़ के, ये वाला है ना, एरो ड्रॉ कर लेना ताकि तुम्हें पता चले कि लाइन छोड़ना है. Everyone has to leave a line. All right, so once you write an email ID, you will leave a line. After that, you'll write a subject. Again, a classic mistake that most of the people in the country keep making is you simply write a topic. Like, for example, write an email to the principal of a school inviting her to judge an event. So what you end up doing is you write the name of the event over here. So what you guys are doing is you write war of words as a subject. That's wrong. What do I get out of this? If I'm a principal, if I open my email, if I see this, I'll think it's a spam mail. I won't even read it. So what I need to understand is, what are you doing? Are you inquiring? Are you asking a permission for something? Are you suggesting something? Are you complaining about something? Are you inviting someone? So invitation. Now these are called action verbs. ये होना चाहिए start में. ये होगा तो मेरा email makes sense. Now what I'm doing is invitation to judge an event. Okay, now you've got my curiosity. I want to read the mail. I'll get more details once I open the email. So I'm writing it to a principal @whatever blah blah blah.com. एक लाइन छोड़ा, सब्जेक्ट लिखा. सब्जेक्ट में मेरे लिए वर्ड बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, ये फर्स्ट वर्ड. इससे मुझे पता चलता है what my nature of email is. Then I'll again leave a line. Then I'll write dear. What I will never write is respected. Not because you don't respect the person, it's just some weird rule. Don't ask me why, sir, why can't we write it? मेरे को नहीं मालूम है. ये ICSE के ना कुछ मूड स्विंग्स होते हैं. अब वो क्यों है मुझे नहीं मालूम है, बट रिस्पेक्टेड नहीं लिख सकते हो तुम डियर लिख सकते हो. सो या तो डियर सर लिखो या फिर डियर मैडम लिखो, कोई भी एक चीज लिखो. सपोज यहाँ पे कोई रिबेलियस बंदा बोलता है सर मेरा वो कोई डियर बियर नहीं लगता, मैं क्यों लिखूं, तो तू सिर्फ सर लिख या सिर्फ मैडम लिख, तेरे को मार्क्स मिलेगा. डियर लिखने की जरूरत नहीं है, दोनों में से कोई भी एक चीज लिख. ठीक है, बट ये मत करना, डोंट राइट sir/madam, कोई भी एक चीज लिख. सॉर्टेड छे, मुंडी लाओ. रुत्वी 2 सेकंड होल्ड करेगी, मैं एक पूरा मेल समझा देता हूं, तू डाउट साइड में लिख ले अपना, वरना मैं खत्म नहीं हुआ. 2 सेकंड होल्ड कर. ठीक है, यहां तक समझा कि नहीं, सिर्फ मुंडी ला लो. हाँ समझा, ठेंगा तेरे पास रख बे ओजस. अरे मस्ती कर रहा हूं दिखाने का, मैं समझ गया. ठीक है, रुक. अभी डियर सर के बाद अब मैं चालू करूंगा पैराग्राफ. आई विल स्टार्ट इट अगेन फ्रॉम द मार्जिन. ठीक है, दिस इज माय इंट्रो. I'll again leave a line in order to change a paragraph. I'll again write my body. I'll again leave a line and I'll write my conclusion. All starting from the margin. And in order to show that I've changed the paragraph, I will leave a line. All right. The difference between an email and a letter is the length. Letter में अगर मेरा intro is 4 to 5 lines, तो मेरे email में 3 to 4 lines का intro होगा. लेटर में अगर मेरा बॉडी 6 to 7 lines, तो मेरे ईमेल में 4 to 5 lines होगा. ईमेल is gonna be shorter than a letter. That's the only difference in terms of the body I'm talking about. ठीक है? Again, a classic mistake people make over here in intro. They end up introducing themselves like, I, Pulkit, Akhilesh, I'm writing this email to tell you that. That's incorrect. What you can do is, as the head boy of the school, I'm taking this opportunity to invite you. That you can do. You can introduce your position. I like it when carpenters also join in. It's always good. सारे लोग, सारे variety. सबको सीखना होता है English. It's a good thing. मेरे अंदर से आ रहा था. मेरे अंदर से मतलब मेरे screen से आ रहा. So someone over here got concerned with the. भाई ठीक है ना सब लोग, किसी ने अपना हाथ बात नहीं chew off किया ना? हाँ ठीक है. सुन. So introduction no is for the topic, not for yourself. चाहिए तो ये note लिख ले bold में. Do not introduce yourself. Introduce the topic. You're never gonna say, I, Adrija Pramanik, I'm writing this email, and then end में तू बोलेगा yours truly Ria. तू obviously Adrija, तू end में भी Adrija रहेगा ना, तो काय को अपना नाम लिख रहा है? तू नाम ही मत लिख. Starting में first paragraph में नाम नहीं होना चाहिए. ठीक है? अब body, इसके marks मिलता है. Body में ना, you should always write at least 2 or 3 points related to the subject. Like, and ये body का जो content है ना, ये कहाँ से मिलता है पता है? Notice में से. So it should sync with your notice. Whatever content you've written in the notice in terms of dates, details, all of that will correlate with my body over here. All right. Then the conclusion that I hope you come. If you need, I always suggest to put this one line in the conclusion. Ma'am, if you need more instructions, Arey yaar. अच्छा. हो गया. ओके. यार वो दिल में ना एकदम कर्कश सी आवाज आती है यार, मेरे चेस्ट में कुछ हो रहा है यार इसके साथ. तो मैं सुपंडी हूँ, मेरे को भी मालूम है. अबे पर वो क्यों हो रहा है मुझे नहीं मालूम है. तू यार सजेशन देना मत यार बार बार. तू अंदर जा. अरे यार यहाँ पे गाइस तुम लोग अमान से मिले हो कि नहीं मिले हो यार? एक बार मिलो यार इस बंदे को. एक मिनट. अब आ जा. नहीं आ जा, वरना डिस्टर्ब मत करियो 10 बार. ये मेरा राइट हैंड है यार, ये मेरे को बहुत हेल्प करते रहता हमेशा. अभी रुक. वो मेरे को सुनाने आया कि सर ना ऑडियो से आवाज आ रहा है, जैसे कि मैं कोई बेवकूफ हूँ, मेरे को लग रहा है किसी मुंह से आवाज आ रहा है. ऑफ कोर्स ऑडियो से आ रहा है. अबे अपना म्यूट पे रखो सब लोग. हाँ अब सुन. क्या हूं मैं? क्या बोल रहा था? Conclusion, right. I always say put in this one line that if you need more information, ma'am, you can always contact us or send me an email so I can give you further details. Or if you are interested in doing the same, let me know. Or you can simply say, ma'am, I've enclosed more details along with this email as an attachment. You don't have to include the attachment ka picture or whatever. You just have to write this line. All right. Once you're done with that, you can simply say thanking you to your left itself. Then yours truly. You can also write faithfully. Whatever spelling you like, go with it. What you can't write is sincerely. Q, again, I have zero idea. You can't just do it. You can't write sincerely. Okay. उसके बाद तो अपना full name लिखेगा. I would prefer block में लिख. कोई rule नहीं है, but लिख लेना, क्या फर्क पड़ता है यार? तू full name block में लिख. So I'm writing Soham Das. All right. So this is my full name. उसके नीचे, I need a designation over here. Compulsory. The designation has to be there. Where do I get my designation from? From the notice. When you read the question in the notice, 99% of the times they will put in, as the head boy of the school put up a notice or whatever, that designation comes over here. You're the head boy. Let's say your notice doesn't give you a designation. Suppose one-off situation ऐसे हो गया, तो panic नहीं करने का. You create a designation, but designation होना चाहिए. So what if you are writing to a society manager? Then what will be my designation? A resident. So what you'll simply say is resident of wing A. So that's your designation. मुंडी लाओ ना थोड़ा, मेरे को लगा मर गया तुम लोग हो ना. हाँ चल रुतवी डाउट पूछ पहले.
So if you are writing the designation, supposing you are the head girl, so head girl के बाद school का name do we have to mention?
Nope.
And so in the dear line, like if you don't know the gender of the opposite person, and if you're writing to a manager, so like can we write dear manager, or do we have to write like sir or manager? Because we can't.
You're taking it to, like, it's not a real email you're sending, right, beta? So you don't have to get into technicalities, right? That you just have to write sir or madam. Anyone is okay. Don't have to write the designation as the gender.
Okay.
So I got what you're asking. So instead of saying dear manager, I would suggest stick to dear sir. In real life, you're not sending this email, so it doesn't matter who you're sending it to. They won't feel bad about it if the manager is a female.
And so in the email, like the first line when you write, like supposing principal's Bluebell School. So now, like on the above format, you wrote just look hospital. So just look at J was capital, right? So that's wrong, right? Because email is all small, right?
अरे बच्चों, it's not an IT exam. No one cares. यहाँ पे ये कोई नहीं देखता. ये मैंने लिखा है ऐसे. तू मत लिख. तू छोटे में लिख दे. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
लैंग्वेज एग्जाम में कैपिटल लेटर्स तो
किसके एग्जाम में? एनुअल एग्जाम में.
लैंग्वेज में तो कैपिटल लेटर्स मैटर, राइट? लाइक
In grammar it matters. In essays it matters. In letters it matters. Not over here. In this thing they don't care. But Rutvi, just make it small. Now that you know about it and you know rules of an email, चलो तू small में लिख दे just लो. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? अब Gmail में हम G कैपिटल थोड़ी ना लिखते हैं. वो टाइप करते थोड़ी ना कुछ भी फर्क पड़ता है. बट जहां तक मेरा ख्याल है, तू मुझे ये बोल रही है कि अगर अभी मैंने अपना ईमेल आईडी डाला सपोज कंप्यूटर के अंदर, और अगर मैं मेरा कैप्स लॉक ऑन है, तो तुझे बोले मैं लॉगिन नहीं कर पाऊंगा.
No, like basically it's all small. Like in general, if you
मैं
write
लॉगिन कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं कर पाऊंगा? तेरे से सिंपल सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ मैं.
नहीं.
अगर अभी एट द मोमेंट मैं साइड में अगर एक ईमेल आईडी टाइप इन करता हूँ, मैं लॉगिन करूंगा, और अगर मेरा जी कैपिटल हुआ जीमेल में, तो मैं लॉगिन कर पाऊंगा कि नहीं कर पाऊंगा?
नहीं.
पक्का? तू बेटा नेशनल टेलीविजन पे ये क्लेम कर रही है, फिर ऐसा ना हो पोपट हो जाए, मेरे को ये पार्ट एडिट करना पड़ेगा फिर.
That's what I know to my knowledge.
हाँ, वही बता रहा हूँ. तो इट डजंट मैटर बच्चू. तू राइट होगी, मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ तू रॉन्ग है, बट तू छोटा लिख देना, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? तू छोटा लिख दे, मैं रॉन्ग हूँ, ठीक है? बिंदास पूछ. और क्या डाउट्स है? ये छोटे छोटे डाउट्स ना बच्चा बहुत मैटर करता है. तू पूछ रही है, बाकी लोग सिर्फ दिमाग में रखते हैं. तू पूछते जा. और क्या है?
Excuse me, sir.
एक मिनट. One person's already asking. Let me finish. I'll answer all doubts. I just hope everyone heard what she said. Let's just all stick to small letters. Why create a controversy? क्या फर्क पड़ता है? छोटा लिख दो यार. ओके, चल एक हो गया. फिर ये जेंडर वाली चीज तेरी सॉर्ट हो गई बच्चा. वो सर एंड मैडम से फर्क नहीं पड़ता. अगर वो एग्जामिनर ने सोचा नहीं है वो तो मैडम थी, तो तू बोल मैम पर मैं जो कंपनी में भेजी वो तो सर था, ऐसे बोल देना. वो ऐसा कोई करेगा नहीं, किसी का इतना नॉलेज नहीं है. फिर
And for designation के बाद स्कूल नेम के बाद फुल स्टॉप आता है.
कहाँ है डेसिग्नेशन?
Like after like
ये हेड बॉय के बाद?
head girl, Queen Mary.
हाँ,
school.
नहीं आता.
नहीं आता ना.
नहीं. और
बस done.
श्योर? कुछ और याद आएगा तो हाथ ऊपर कर. यस, यशस्विनी. Yashaswini.
Yes, sir. Sorry, I couldn't hear you first time.
No
So my
problem.
doubt is that suppose you're writing an email to, suppose it is given, you're writing to a number of like principals of different schools. So do you need to write for like once only ma'am or sir, or ma'ams and sirs?
Okay,
Like
so first,
various
if you're
principals
writing to principals of multiple schools, you'll put a comma and you'll write principal, principal, principal. All right. So just write it to two different principals, suppose. All right. Then when you're
Okay.
writing dear, it's dear sir only, because your one mail is going to different people. It's not, they are not checking it as different. So you'll write only a singular sir or madam over here. All right. Yashaswini, but I'm very good at predictions, beta. Like so far, my predictions have always been right, and I have a good reputation with that. I'm telling you, multiple logo वाली चीज नहीं. हाँ, और मुझे पता है यहाँ पे spelling गलत है, कोई point out मत करना, मैंने अब भी देखा. But multiple चीजें ना avoid होता है. Boards में इतना controversial topic आएगा ही नहीं. Simple सा एक topic आएगा, just simple सा एक ही mail ID लिखना होता है. ठीक है? Yes, Pratik.
Okay, sir.
Hey sir, good evening.
अरे यार पोलाइट मत बन यार.
Okay.
तू डाउट पूछ.
Okay sir. अब सर मेरे पास एक स्कूल से आया था, क्या कहते हैं, ईमेल. हमें सर एक स्कूल के दो टीचर को लिखना था बायोलॉजी के. ठीक है सर. उन्हें अपने स्कूल में इनवाइट करना था एनवायरमेंटल डे पे. तो हम वो कैसे करेंगे? लाइक दो ईमेल लगाएंगे या फिर एक?
नहीं, तू एक और बार टॉपिक बता मेरे को. यू हैव टू राइट एन ईमेल टू टू बायोलॉजी टीचर्स ऑफ डिफरेंट
टीचर
स्कूल्स.
नहीं, सर सेम स्कूल.
Okay, so
एंड सर उन्हें
okay, so you're saying, so in that case, what will be my email ID? Like, because it's one biology teacher but of the same school. Sorry, two bio teachers of the same school. So I can't follow what you just taught over here. I can't write bio teacher @ whatever. That's what you're trying to say, right?
Yes sir.
Huh. So better in that case, you'll write the name of the person. So you'll simply
Okay sir.
come up with some common names. You know, like you can write Pratik Munjal @gmail.com, comma Pulkit Akhilesh @gmail.com, and somewhere in your body or email, you will establish the fact that they are bio teachers.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, yeah. Aditi.
So thanking you के बाद लास्ट में तो फिर वो लीव अलाइन करने का जरूरी है.
हाँ, Aditi,
Like-
for any and every writing work, leaving a line is always a good idea.
Like thanking you के बाद
जी
leave
जी
a
बेटा,
line
I
and
understood
then
what you're
yours
saying.
truly.
Thanking you के बाद leave a line, then write yours truly, उसके बाद leave a line, then write Sondas, उसके बाद leave a line, then write head boy. तेरा कोई मार्क्स नहीं कटेगा, मैं गारंटी दे रहा हूँ तेरे को. तू leave a line.
Thank you.
ओके, प्रतीक हाथ नीचे कर ले. देवयानी.
सर अगर नोटिस में इस पैटर्न पे दिया है कि वी हैव टू राइट सर ईमेल सर टू मिस्टर सर मे बी मिस्टर राहुल सेन सर, तब अगर हम लोग उन्हें सर डियर लिखेंगे तो डियर मिस्टर राहुल सेन करके लिखेंगे क्या?
नहीं, डियर सर ही लिखोगे बेटा. तेरा डियर सर एंड मैडम में कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज ही नहीं है. इट विल ईदर बी सर और मैडम, वन ऑफ देम ओनली. यू कैन नेवर राइट अ डेसिग्नेशन और नेम ऑफ अ पर्सन. ओके, ऑलराइट. Mayank.
Sir, after dear sir, we have to leave a line or not?
Yes, yes, you have to बेटा. Dear sir, leave a line, then margin से start कर. तू बेटा लाइन छोड़ने का कोई पेनल्टी नहीं है. तू लाइन छोड़.
Okay,
तेरा
sir.
40 मार्क्स ना मेरे ऊपर डिपेंड करता है बेटा. मैं I'll make sure तेरे को वो 40 आए. तू टेंशन मत ले. तू leave a line.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, श्रेया.
यस सर, मेरा भी यही डाउट है. मैंने रिसेंटली मेरा लैंग्वेज टेस्ट हुआ, उसमें
करेक्ट,
मुझे मेल लिखना था,
करेक्ट,
तो मैंने लाइन लीव नहीं किया,
करेक्ट.
तो मेरे मार्क्स कट होंगे?
अगर लाइन लीव नहीं किया है तो नहीं कट
Yeah.
होगा. लाइन लीव नहीं किया तो भी कट नहीं होगा. लीव लाइन करोगे तो भी कट नहीं होगा. बट आई सजेस्ट दैट यू लीव अ लाइन फॉर नीटनेस बेटा. But if you
Okay,
not
okay.
left lines between paragraphs, then definitely you lose marks, because that's how you show that you've written paragraph. In an email, you don't leave a two-finger space to change the paragraph. You have to leave a line in order to change the paragraph.
यस,
है ना?
ओके,
ठीक है.
Thank
Riya? Riya,
Oh, sorry, sir.
no problem बेटा. बोलो.
So after the conclusion, can we write awaiting a positive response
Of
from your
course,
end?
it's a very polite way of saying that yes, you are expecting something positive.
So
so
that's
leave a
allowed,
line.
and then leave line, and then thanking you.
That
Right.
awaiting a positive response will be a part of your conclusion. Then you leave a line, then you write thanking you, then you write yours truly.
Okay, sir. So then one more. Could you
Mhm.
give an example of an introduction line?
Yeah, like give me a topic, I'll give you an intro. Like give me a random topic. Your school prelims में क्या पूछा था अभी? या school exam? आवाज नहीं आ रही बच्चा. Whoever tried to speak.
I think it was inter-school debate.
Inter-school debate competition, right? You're inviting someone to do it, right? Huh. So what I'll simply say is, as the head boy of whatever your school's name is, let's say you're from St. Gregorius. So you're saying, as a head boy of St. Gregorius school, I would love to take this opportunity to invite 2 participants from your school to take part in our annual inter-school debate competition, or whatever that was. I forgot what the topic was that you spoke about. But that's my intro. That's it. That's my intro. Then my body begins from the next line. Now I'll give details of that body. This event will happen in our auditorium of our school, in the auditorium of our school, on the date will sync with your notice at, then you'll put in the time. All right. 20 schools will be participating in the same, and we really hope that you take this opportunity as well. And then awaiting a positive response, our head boy will be someone from our committee will be getting in touch with you once you send a positive response, and we'll give you further details, or further details are attached along with this email. Anna?
Yes, sir. So then one last thing.
Mm-hmm.
So in thanking you, what is the punctuation like for the
Comma.
entire 4 things?
Comma.
So at the end, is there a full stop after head boy or after name, or no? No. Sif
Nahin,
comma,
nahin.
comma, if is space.
Correct.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Adi.
हाँ सर, वो तो क्या बॉडी में क्या लिखना था मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया. मतलब
तेरा body changes with every email topic बेटा. तो तू email का जो भी topic है, that's your body. Then उसके साथ you will include a line like I mean जो भी तू data डालेगा ना body से related, मतलब जो भी तेरा event है, so whatever data you put in, that data का technical aspects should correlate with your notice.
ओके.
So
तो
when is
मतलब तो इवेंट में जो टाइम,
हाँ,
वेन्यू,
वो सारा जो तूने नोटिस में डाला वही चीज यहाँ आएगी.
अच्छा ठीक है सर।
ओके मनस्वी, हाँ बोल 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 दे क्या वो
और
आदि।
तीसरे वाले में बस पूछना है कि नहीं कि इफ यू वांट टू नो मोर अबाउट आवर इवेंट, है ना?
हाँ मतलब once you show interest we'll send you further details or someone from our school will be getting in touch with you about this.
ओके।
है ना मनस्वी?
Sir, could you just explain the designation part once again?
Yeah, but you, depending on who you're writing an email to, 99% of the time it's going to be to your principal. This thing, no, a principal is called a designation of a person, or a CEO of a company, or a founder of a company. These are designations, right? Or a managing director of a company. So it could be to a managing director @ westside.shops.com. You're complaining about something. So then you'll say complain regarding quality, or complain regarding staff behavior. That can hardly come though. Complaint तो नहीं आएगा because तू तो notice से related topic होगा ना तेरा, तो ये वाली चीज तो आ ही नहीं सकती है. Mostly it's going to be, मैं जैसे कोई example दे रहा हूँ कि क्या हो सकता है. Mostly तेरा हमेशा permission, invitation यही वाली चीज आएगी. Your email should always be will always be something that's related to the notice. Okay? Yes.
Yes, sir.
हाँ हाँ
Sorry.
sorry मनस्वी बोल बेटा sorry.
कंक्लूजन के बाद वाला पोर्शन एक बार वापस से अगर आप रिपीट कर दूं, थैंकिंग यू के बाद सर
यहाँ पे थैंकिंग यू, उसके बाद योर्स ट्रूली या फिर योर्स फेथफुली, या उसके बाद तेरा नाम, उसके बाद नीचे डेसिग्नेशन. ठीक है? यस ऋत्वी 2 सेकंड होल्ड कर ले. संजू क्या डाउट है?
यस सर. सर जैसे हम लोग नोटिस में स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ क्लासेस 8 to 10 आर इनवाइटेड वगैरह बोल के लिखते हैं, ईमेल में भी बॉडी में वो लिखना पड़ेगा?
हाँ ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि तू वही चीज लिख रही है ना. देख तेरे को एक एग्जांपल बोलता हूँ. सपोज तू नोटिस ना इज अबाउट अ बुक एग्जीबिशन. ठीक है? योर स्कूल इज ऑर्गेनाइजिंग अ बुक एग्जीबिशन और तेरा प्रिंसिपल है, तेरा ईमेल इज सीक परमिशन फ्रॉम योर स्कूल टू होल्ड अ बुक एग्जीबिशन, या फिर होगा कॉन्टैक्ट अ पब्लिशिंग हाउस टू ऑर्गेनाइज अ बुक एग्जीबिशन एट योर स्कूल. So it's always going to be something related. तो obviously तू जो चीजें वहां डाली वो भी तेरे को यहीं पे डालनी है वो information.
Yes sir, thank you sir.
No problem बेटा. यशश भाई.
सर सपोज अगर हम किसी को चीफ गेस्ट बनने के लिए बुला रहे हैं अपने इवेंट में, तो सर उसका सब्जेक्ट क्या होगा? Invitation
to judge, or invitation to. If it's a chief guest, then it's an invitation to an event.
Okay sir, and sir ऐसी line something like your presence will encourage the students. Is it okay to write something like that in the
Of course,
bottom?
beta, you'll get a lot of these cliched lines. That's okay. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. It's a good line. You can include it in almost all topics.
All right, thank you sir.
No problem beta. Rutvi?
So supposing like email notice में how do we write like date, time and venue? So अगर email के body में like we write the like we directly write like the details of the program, date and then like the
नहीं Rutvi, I have not got into format 2 yet. What I'm teaching you is format 1. तू जब on from an at वाली चीज करी है ना notice में, that's henceforth I'm going to refer to this as format 1 of notice. If you're doing this in your notice, then in your email you won't put the words to and subject. But if you're following the date, time and venue wala format in the notice, which I'm going to refer to as format 2, this needs to be there in your email, as in these words.
So 2 will be like the
email ID.
Okay, so 2 and then
subject. Yes, 2, then this colon, then the email ID, subject, then this colon, and you can't write sub. You have to write subject, the whole thing.
So you are explaining the format 2 after this.
That's called format 2. So if you're following this, then this is format 2, and this is the only change in format 2. Nothing else changes.
Okay.
Devyani.
So while we writing the email of someone, so can we use numbers?
As in phone numbers?
So random numbers like 01 or 03.
You should avoid it, beta. All of these questions that you guys are asking me are avoidable things. Why would you want to do that? Why complicate? I understand what you're saying. Like Devyani saying 01@gmail.com to make it seem so more authentic. I'm saying क्या फर्क पड़ता है? कोई उसमें कोई creativity नहीं है बेटा. No one's. It's not an art project. It's
Sir,
an
if
English
someone,
paper.
Sir, all the students if some all are writing the same email, then what will?
No problem. But अगर सब लोग ने same, see, I'll tell you something, Devyani. In a notice, no, like an inter-school debate competition, almost 1 lakh students are going to write the creative heading as war of words. It doesn't matter. Creative heading doesn't mean your creativity. Creative heading means a different heading from the question. All right. You notice an email are the last thing you should waste your time on. It is one thing जिसमें 5 मार्क पॉकेट में डाल, दूसरा 5 मार्क पॉकेट में डाल, आगे बढ़. और इसमें ना बोर्ड्स ना ये सारी चीजों के चौचलों में पड़ता ही नहीं है कि तूने मैनेजिंग डायरेक्टर ब्लॉक में लिखा है नहीं लिखा है, तूने डॉट डाला नहीं डाला, तूने थैंकिंग की बात कॉमा डाला नहीं डाला. वो लोग ये सब नहीं देखते हैं. वो स्कूल्स देखती है इन ऑर्डर टू क्रिएट दैट हाइप कि तुम ठीक से करो. बोर्ड्स के मार्किंग स्कीम में वो इंक्लूडेड ही नहीं है. विराज.
So, do we need to mention the venue and the time in the body?
Yeah, of course, beta. If you're inviting someone, you have to know. Body means you are giving a proper information to that person.
No, sir. Our school teachers taught us that we just need to introduce about it and just need to write it that the attachments are added.
Okay, I'm telling you, Viraj, in these sessions, no, Viraj, I can't have this wala line again and again that our school teacher said that. With all due respect to all school teachers, beta, my style is thoda different, so I'm sticking to what I'm saying. Also, when I teach something, it goes on the internet. And see, it's about my reputation. If I teach something wrong, what's going to happen is, you're going to come back after your exam and write in the comments that this teacher is a scam artist, iske paas aana mat, iska page ban karao. तो मैं तो वो रिस्क नहीं लूंगा ना बेटा. So what I'm teaching you is something that's correct. तू वो टेंशन में मत आ. मैं तेरे को करेक्ट बोल रहा हूँ, तू लिख ले.
Yes sir, thank you sir.
अटैचमेंट्स ऐड कर ले, उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, बट तू डाल ना डेटा, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. RCN.
Yeah, hi Sheshav.
Hi.
I'm sorry for barging into your session, but I'm a teacher myself, and I really appreciate the way you've been teaching.
Thank you.
So that's great. And
wait,
guys,
are you Viraj's school teacher?
No.
Okay, then it's okay.
I don't know any of them. So
Yes.
Viraj, you and all the others, don't get confused by, I'm an English teacher myself, and I don't know Shaishav personally. Right, Shaishav? We don't know each other. This is the first time.
That's what I
we are
paid you to
coming.
say, so that's okay. You can say that.
So this is not something that's planned. So I've just barged in. So guys, I'm an English teacher myself, and Shaishav, that's why I haven't written my real name. So don't think I'm trying to promote anything here.
Ma'am, I don't get into things like that. It's completely fine. You can just tell me what you want to.
No, I just want to tell the kids that Shaishav, I saw your last time's session also, where you spoke about notice writing.
Right.
And guys, students, whatever he is telling you is perfect and to the point.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And totally, and coincidentally, this just comes after what Viraj just spoke and what you told him about the conflict between what the teachers say and what you say.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Don't create any confusion. Just go by what he's saying. That's
Thank
true
you so
and
much. Thank you
practical.
so much, ma'am. Means a lot.
Okay, I'll take a leave now. Bye.
Yeah, bye, ma'am. Thank you again.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yes, Adrija, बोलना बेटा.
So thank you और yours faithfully के बीच में लाइन छोड़ना पड़ेगा क्या?
बच्चों तेरी वॉइस इतनी स्वीट है ना, मैं 2 सेकंड डिस्ट्रैक्ट हो गया. अब एक और बार पूछ वापस से.
So thank you और yours faithfully के बीच में लाइन छोड़ना पड़ेगा क्या?
हाँ, छोड़ना है बेटा.
और सर yours faithfully और नीचे नाम के बाद में?
हाँ, छोड़ना है बेटा. मैं ना अगली बार एक टी शर्ट पहनूंगा जिस पे लिखा है लाइन छोड़ो, तो तुम्हारा ना सारा डाउट. सो बस तुम में वो टी शर्ट मैसेज पढ़ लो, लाइन छोड़ो, बस कुछ भी हो जाए लाइन छोड़ना है. हर्षित राज सिंह.
Yes, sir. Sir, I wanted to ask that can we write sincere regards in place of thanking you?
तेरे को अगर मार्क्स नहीं चाहिए तो तू लिख सकता है. मार्क्स चाहिए तो मत लिखना.
Okay, sir.
ओके. सिंसियर ना वर्ड ही ICSE को कुछ तकलीफ है. आई थिंक वो है ना, उसने पेटेंट करके रखा है ये अपना आरथून ने. लाइक उसको ही अलाउड है वो सिंसियरली यूज करना. बाकी हम कुछ भी करो, उसको तकलीफ है उसके साथ, मत यूज कर.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
यस आदि, क्या हो गया?
सर मेरा थोड़ा आउट ऑफ द टॉपिक वाला क्वेश्चन है. मतलब सर अगर मेरे को
एक मिनट, कौन सा वाला क्वेश्चन है?
आउट ऑफ द टॉपिक।
हाँ तो रुक, तेरे को मैंने जो लास्ट टाइम सिखाया वही, ये लोग सब लोग जाएंगे ना, उसके बाद मैं एक कोक का कैन खोलेगा और तेरे साथ बैठेगा और शांति से तेरा आउट ऑफ टॉपिक आंसर करेगा, ठीक है? प्रॉमिस, मैं तेरे को छोड़ के नहीं जाएगा, ये मेरा प्रॉमिस है। अभी के लिए स्टिक टू द टॉपिक। वगीशा, पहले मेरे को तेरा नाम का मतलब बता क्या है? अरे वगीशा,
यस
व्हाट डज द नेम मीन?
मैं पूछ रही हूँ वागीशा।
Okay, fine, okay, like snooty person, Vagisha. What does it mean? Okay, चली गई। अबे नाम कुछ भी पूछता हूँ तुम लोग बुरा लगा लेते हो यार। ये अद्रीज, अरे आ गई।
नहीं
हाँ, वागीशा का मतलब क्या है?
लाइक दैट
तेरे को नहीं बोलना तो नहीं बोला, ऐसे सब ऐसे एंटिक्स मत क्रिएट कर, समझी? चली गई वापस से यार तुम यार। अरे अरे कार्टून, तेरा एक तू रीस्टार्ट कर, मैं होल्ड करूंगा, तू रीस्टार्ट कर मीटिंग, वापस आ अंदर। ओके, आधी हाथ नीचे कर। गाइस डाउट्स? अच्छा और भी है, पूछो पूछो जल्दी पूछो भाई, और किसको डाउट्स है? वागीशा को छोड़ के।
और फॉर्मेट 2 में लाइक 2 इज लाइक द ईमेल और सब्जेक्ट में जो इवेंट का नाम है वो लिखेंगे ना?
नहीं बेटा, सब्जेक्ट, हाँ मतलब इवेंट का नाम नहीं लिखना, तेरे को एक्शन वर्ब लिख के लिखना है, मतलब सिर्फ इवेंट का, हाँ सिर्फ इवेंट का नाम
Invitation to the event, so like invitation to art and craft, so like
एग्जैक्टली वो तेरा सब्जेक्ट है। और 2 में तू ईमेल आईडी लिख रही है, फॉर्मेट 2 में।
तो बट हम लोग को 2 लाइक सेमीकोलन वो सब लिखना है कि डायरेक्ट ईमेल आईडी?
पृथ्वी, अब मैं टपली मारूंगा तेरे को बेटा, सुन। तू अगर ऑन, फ्रॉम, एट, नोटिस में कर रही है तो तू टू और सब्जेक्ट वर्ड्स यूज नहीं करेगी और डायरेक्टली एक ईमेल आईडी लिखेगी और डायरेक्टली सब्जेक्ट लिखेगी। बट अगर तू डेट, टाइम, वेन्यू, नोटिस में ये वर्ड यूज करती है तो तेरी ईमेल में टू, टू एंड सब्जेक्ट ये वर्ड्स यूज करेगी एंड देन यहां पे ईमेल आईडी लिखेगी एंड देन यहां पे सब्जेक्ट लिखेगी। देखो एक और बार पूछना है, अब तू डर रही है ना कि मैं मारूंगा तेरे को, सच में पूछ ले।
नहीं हो गया, समझ गया।
हाँ प्रतीक।
एक्सक्यूज मी सर, मैंने लिखा था डेट, टाइम एंड वेन्यू, तो मैम कह रही मेरी लाइक ओ सर ये सीबीएसई पैटर्न है।
कौन है ये टीचर? अरे एक मिनट, तू सीबीएसई का है क्या?
सर आई एम फ्रॉम आईसीएसई।
हाँ तो ये अलाउड है, डेट, टाइम एंड वेन्यू लिख सकता है, तू टेंशन ना ले।
ओके सर।
मैं ना अपने नेक्स्ट इंस्टाग्राम पोस्ट में ना एक बार ईमेल आईडी, सॉरी ईमेल एंड नोटिस का फॉर्मेट्स ना पोस्ट कर दूंगा, बस आज नहीं करूंगा बिकॉज आज मैं लेजी हूं थोड़ा, कल सुबह कर दूंगा तेरे लिए। तू मेरे एक पोस्ट ही बना दूंगा फॉर्मेट का। अब तो हो गया टेंशन खत्म, अब तुम पोस्ट देख सकते हो। हाँ यस वागीशा
सर।
ये वागीशा बेचारी हाथ ऊपर करके बेचारी ट्राई कर रही है, डेडिकेशन देख बच्ची का, उसका इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा है यार लाइफ में। वागीशा बोल यार, तू मॉर्स कोड में बात कर, एक काम कर तू ना, ये नहीं हो रहा है।
हेलो
हेलो वागीशा जल्दी बोल, पक रहा है मेरे को। अरे
सर
यार ये गाली दे रही है मेरे को यार, तू रुक यार, तू म्यूट कर। मैं तेरे मागीशा, मैं तेरा सॉर्ट करके देता हूँ, तू टाइप कर प्रॉब्लम। सानिध्य पूछ।
yes sir. So if you use to and subject, you should write the format, the different format in notice.
क्या? I used to
If you're writing
draw Mickey Mouse at one point. Sorry, वापस बोल, क्या बोल रही है?
If you're writing to and subject in the email, so your notice will be in format 2.
Yeah. Sanidhya, did Rutvi ask you to ask me this?
No.
Then you're asking the same thing again. Yes, yes, yes. अगर date, time, venue है तो वो format 2 है, उसमें to and subject लिखना है। और अगर on, from and at लिखते हैं नोटिस में तो वो format 1 है, उसमें to and subject नहीं लिखते। तुम लोग में वो रैक कर रहे हो क्या?
Okay.
हाँ देवयानी।
Sir, is it compulsory to write our email? So like from whom the email is being sent.
No. Where did you see that in the whole format?
So in my book it is written.
कौन सी book है ये? अरुणदीप Publications. जलंधर बुक डेपो. सच्ची बता.
By A. Biswas.
A. Biswas.
Yes, sir.
दिखा कवर. कोई अच्छा एक मिनट. कोई रिलेटिव है यहाँ पे ए विश्वास का? नहीं है बेटा, उसको डस्टबिन में डाल बुक को अभी उठा के. चीट किया तेरे को किसी ने, ऐसे ही ना तेरा उल्लू बनाया तेरे को. वो पैसे का अपन मस्त खाना खा सकते थे, वो तूने वेस्ट कर दिया. दिस गोज फॉर एवरीबॉडी. कोई भी ऐसी बुक नहीं है मार्केट में जिसमें ईमेल और नोटिस के फॉर्मेट्स ढंग से दिए हैं. सो प्लीज डोंट गो बाय एनी पब्लिकेशन हाउस. कोई भी बुक, इट्स एन अनफॉर्चुनेट इवेंट. आई एम नॉट जोकिंग अबाउट इट, आई एम नॉट बीइंग सार्कास्टिक, आई एम टेलिंग यू देयर इज नो मार्केट में कोई भी बुक नहीं है. टोटल इंग्लिश भी नहीं है, फ्रैंक्स भी नहीं है, ओसवाल भी नहीं है, एवरग्रीन भी नहीं है, और ये अंकल की जिसकी भी थी ए विश्वास की जो उसकी भी नहीं है. कोई बुक नहीं है जिसमें सही से दिया हुआ है. ठीक है. और अब मैं वापस से एक बार रिपीट कर रहा हूं अपने आप को. ये सेशन खत्म होते ही मैं जाएगा, सोएगा, सुबह उठेगा, ब्रश करेगा, पॉटी करेगा, और सबसे पहले ना मैं तेरे लिए ये फॉर्मेट डाल के देगा इंस्टाग्राम पे कल के कल. ठीक है. तो तेरे को जब भी डाउट है तेरे को पोस्ट खोलने का स्क्रीनशॉट ले ले फोन पे, तेरे पास आ जाएगा फॉर्मेट. वो वाला सही फॉर्मेट है. अभी भी डाउट से लोगों को पूछ. यशस्विनी.
हाँ sir, suppose the topic is that you are the head girl of a school, of your school, and your school is organizing an event. So can we start the email by writing our school, then the school's name is organizing, and we invite you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course you can, beta. That's a very standard way of writing. I think it's brilliant to do that. You're not saying that you are a head girl or whatever. You're saying our school so and so would love to invite you to participate in so and so. It's nice. You can do that.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold on. There are 25 people who are chatting with me at the same time. Give me 1 second, then I'll move ahead. All right. Just 1 second. I lost the chats. Hold on. Sorry. Shit. I lost everything. Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. Damn it. Back to meeting. Wait, is my screen being shared?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I can't see my screen. Hold on. Okay, 1 second. Vagisha. So at the end of thanking you, yours faithfully and my name, that's it only now. Wait. Yours faithfully, your name, and then your designation, beta Vagisha. Okay?
Okay, sir.
ओए वो सुनाई दिया तेरे को शानी. ठीक है चल अभी रुक जा. हो गया. चल लेटर पे आ जा फटाफट से. भाई ईमेल हो गया. सानिध्य तेरा हाथ अभी भी ऊपर है. आयरा क्या डाउट है?
Sir, if the designation is not provided in the question, if it's only given as a student of so
then you
and so
come up
school.
with your no. So you can say that, but at the end of the email, a designation is a must, beta. You have to create one. So if they have not given you one, you create one.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
No problem, beta. All right, guys. Letter writing. 2 letters होते हैं. एक होता है informal, एक होता है formal. I'm sure you guys know this already, and you're thinking, sir, this is child's play. Why are you teaching us this? It's because a lot of people still don't understand the concept. I have seen, and I'm not joking, within Mumbai itself, I have seen a good amount of kids writing their full name at the end of an informal letter. Why would you do that? Informal letter is to people you know, and formal letter is to people you don't know. So in informal letter, you'll never write your full name. In a formal letter, you will. Informal letter, 1 address. Formal letter, 2 addresses. A common myth that people have is formal letters are shorter. ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है. Formal letter का length and informal letter का length same ही होता है almost. Okay? Formal letter में formal language use होता है. So you can't write words like won't. You'll have to write will not. So contractions are not allowed. So you have to be very careful about the language you are using in a formal letter. I always advise kids to never have a mental block. A lot of kids are like designed to follow only one letter. They are like, sir, I'll always attempt a formal letter. I'll never attempt an informal letter. Don't have that mental block. Study both formats. Then go and decide on the topic. Like whatever topic you get that day, if you feel your strength is towards informal, then go with informal. But if you feel the topic is good enough for a formal letter, then write a formal letter. Okay. So never have that mental block. Learn both the types of letters and then move ahead. All right. For people whose parents are now telling them dinner पे कब आ रहे हो 9:30 हो रहा है, वो लोग अपने पेरेंट्स को बोल सकते हैं और 10 मिनट पढ़ा रहे सर, उसके बाद हम खाना खाएंगे. जिनको खाना खाना है वो लोग खा सकते हैं, बस मेरे सामने ऐसे खाना मत मुंह खोल के, मेरे को बाद में भूख लगती है. ठीक है, 10 मिनट सब लोग अपने हंगर को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, नहीं कर सकते? कर सकते हैं. 10 मिनट मैं छोड़ दूंगा, मैं 10 मिनट में कुछ इंपॉर्टेंट चीज सिखा रहा हूं, ध्यान दे. यहां पर कोई भी लेटर में ना दो फॉर्मेट्स होते हैं. टाइप तो मैंने सिखा दिया, इनफॉर्मल एंड फॉर्मल. मैं फॉर्मेट की बात कर रहा हूं. एक होता है ब्लॉक फॉर्मेट एंड एक होता है ट्रेडिशनल फॉर्मेट. अगेन, schools sometimes penalize you if you follow one of these formats and if the school has taught you only the other format. So schools try to train you to follow just one format, but ideally ICSE teaches you both the formats, and then it's your choice which one you want to go with. I personally favor the block format. Simple reason being it's easier to understand. But let me go with the more popular format in schools. Most schools prefer a traditional format. Traditional format is the one where your address is towards your right. Okay, so let's say I'm creating an address right now. I want to write my apartment number, my wing, and the name of my building. So Jasmine Heights, then comma. Where is this? So I'll write Pedder Road. Which is the closest station? Let's say Baikala. It's a station. Like, I don't know, different people in different states have different addresses. So this is Mumbai. So this is how I write. All right. So Baikala West, let's say, then comma, then I'll write Mumbai. Then I'll write my pin code. All right. So I either put 3 commas and 1 full stop, or I don't put any punctuations at all. Both are permitted. No punctuations or all punctuations. Then I'll leave a line and I write the date. So 3rd May, because I don't want to embarrass myself by writing February and not get the spelling right. So MAY is an easy spelling to write. 3rd May, and then I'll write 2022 full stop. The reason I put in these punctuations is because I've put punctuations over here. All right. Now, after this, I again leave a line. And then towards the left, I'll write Dear Raj. Then comma. Then I'll write from the margin my intro. Then again, I'll leave an indentation. So a 2-finger space, then again a 2-finger space. Then to my right, yours lovingly, comma, and then my first name. That's my informal letter. In a formal letter, यहाँ पर एक और एड्रेस आ जाता है. ठीक है, मैं एकदम शॉर्ट में समझा रहा हूं, मैं डिटेल में एक और बार सिखाऊंगा. जस्ट तुम लोग को एक बेसिक आइडिया दे रहा हूं कि इसको ट्रेडिशनल फॉर्मेट बोलता है. अब जो कंट्रोवर्सीज क्रिएट होती है ना ये टॉपिक में लेके, वो ये सारी चीज है. पहली बात कि सर अगर हम लोग कजिन को लिख रहे हैं तो कैसे लिखना है. सो तुम लिखोगे वर्ड्स डियर कजिन राज. कजिन वर्ड आना चाहिए इफ यू आर राइटिंग टू अ कजिन. इफ यू आर राइटिंग टू एन अंकल, सो डियर अंकल राज. If you're writing to an aunt, dear Aunt Rajni, I think, yeah, dear Aunt Rajni. Okay, so you'll never write Rajni auntie, Raj uncle. It sounds like some Gulkan ka name. So it's dear Uncle Raj, yeah, Aunt Rajni or cousin Raj. All right. Only in cases of your brother, sister, or family like mother, dad, will you write the name of the brother and sister or the friend, or mom and dad, or mother and father. Pops allowed nahi hai. Momsy allowed nahi hai, ma allowed nahi hai. Okay, so just write proper mother, father. Stick to mother, father ना यार, हम लोग क्यों confusion create कर रहे हैं. तुम mother, father लिख दो ना, उसका तो right नाम ही मिलने वाला. उसके बाद ये होता है, इसको बोलते हैं traditional format. अब block format में ना जो मेरा favorite है, सारी चीजें left में होती है. यहाँ पे एक address लिखा, leave a line. यहाँ पे date लिखा, leave a line. Dear whoever, leave a line. Margin से start कर, जैसे email किया था, वापस leave a line. Paragraph change करना, leave a line, paragraph change करना, then yours, and then lovingly, then यहाँ पे तेरा first name. So basically तेरा सब कुछ left aligned है, उसको बोलता है block format. दोनों boards में allowed है. And if your school tells you otherwise, I don't care. तुम्हें school को खुश करने के लिए जो करना है करो, but boards में जो तुम comfortable हो वो करो. So you should always learn both the things, then follow whatever you're comfortable with. ठीक है, ये था मेरा इनफॉर्मल लेटर. फॉर्मल लेटर में एक मिस्टेक जो बच्चे करते हैं is they end up writing the word to. Write to, then they write the principal. That's incorrect. You can't write the words to. You have to say the principal directly, then the institute's name. So क्या ये QMS का क्या है? क्वीन मैरीज है कि मैरी है? रुत्वी?
मैरी.
क्वीन मैरी स्कूल. फिर कॉमा, फिर तू यहाँ पे लिखेगी जो भी तेरा रोड नेम है, और फिर तेरा मुंबई, एंड देन हो गया तेरा, ये तेरा एड्रेस है. ठीक है, इससे ऊपर डेट लिखोगे आप, उसके ऊपर तुम्हारा एड्रेस लिखोगे. लोग ऑफन पूछते हैं सर अगर हम लोग स्कूल के स्टूडेंट्स हैं जो स्कूल ही को लिख रहे हैं, like you are a student of the school, you are writing it to the principal to extend the recess time, which was a board topic by the way. 2019 का टॉपिक था शायद से, या 2018 या 2019 का बोर्ड टॉपिक था. राइट अ लेटर टू योर प्रिंसिपल asking her to extend the recess time. So your address will be your home address, not your classroom का address. कि writing from last bench, the one with the chewing gum under the desk and the division B, वो वाला नहीं लिखना, तुम्हें खुद का घर का एड्रेस लिखना. ठीक है, ये याद रखना. मेन मिस्टेक जो मुझे दिखाई देती है हमेशा जब मैं चेक करता हूं, इसके लोग ना ये वाले एरिया में बहुत goof ups मारते हैं यार. तुम लोग फॉर्मेट के फॉर्मल लेटर के बॉडी में ना शॉर्ट में लिख के आ जाते हो, मैम आई जस्ट वांट टू आस्क यू टू प्लीज एक्सटेंड द रिसेस टाइम एज वी गेट वेरी हंग्री, वी गेट शॉर्ट टाइम, सो प्लीज मेक श्योर दैट यू एक्सटेंड द रिसेस टाइम, थैंक यू सो मच. नो, you'll get 0. You have to write at least 2 to 3 reasons as to why you want the recess to be extended. You have to write the limitations that the principal would face. So she should be aware that you are aware, you are a mature kid. You know exactly what limitations she's going to face. So include those limitations. Okay, ma'am, I know that these could be the possible problems, but I also know that if you don't do it, we are going to continue facing these problems. So mention at least 2 to 3 problems and 1 or 2 solutions for the same. That should be your standard body. Okay, you should always know to do that. Then you are sorted in your letter. Always ask yourself where, when, why and who in your informal letter. ये क्वेश्चन अगर आंसर हो गया ना तो यार बॉडी बन गया. इनफॉर्मल लेटर की बात कर रहा हूं. Where is the incident taking place? When is the incident taking place? Why are you telling this person about the incident? And who all were involved in the incident? इतनी चीजें अगर तूने लेटर में लिख रही तो तेरे को क्रिएटिविटी की नीड ही नहीं है, तेरे को आंसर करना तेरा बॉडी बन गया. इनफॉर्मल लेटर की बात कर रहा हूं.
Sir,
हाँ,
please communicate that in English, sir.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, I'm really sorry. I am used to speaking in Hindi at times. What I said is, if you run out of topics or creativity in an informal letter, you're not aware of what to include in the body of the informal letter, then just ask yourself these questions. Why are you telling this person, whoever you're writing a letter to, why did you choose this person to tell him the incident? Where did the incident take place? Who was involved in the incident? And what is this incident that took place that you're telling this person about? If you answer these questions, and when did the incident take place? The minute you answer these questions, you have the body of your letter. So you don't have to think about the body of the letter. I'm talking about an informal letter. Because people often get confused about what to write in an informal letter. My advice to all 10th graders is to ask yourself this. If you had gotten the same topic, the same letter in 8th grade, how would it have been different from what you are writing now? So your maturity needs to reflect in your letter. Imagine you're actually writing a letter to send it to someone. What triggered you to write a letter? Like, why can't you just text that person? In today's day and age, you could simply call the person up, or you could just text the person. Why are you writing a letter? So what triggered you to write a letter? So that if you establish in your introduction, that's good enough. Instead of writing, it's been a long time, hope you're in the pink of your health. These are cliche starts. I hate those starts. Like, be relatable. Why are you writing a letter? Also, never start with, hi, how are you? Hello, how are you? I hope you're fine. No, it's not a chat box. It's a letter. All right. So make sure that you write the content in a mature way. You're genuinely writing a letter to a person because this person somewhere triggered you to write it to him. So for example, I'll give you a simple example of what I'm trying to say. You are writing a letter to your grandmother telling her about an award that you won. Why? Why would you do that? So somewhere your grandmother must have trained you for this award at some point when she had come to stay with you, or when you had gone to stay over at her place. She has perhaps honed your skills in this particular topic or in this particular skill. And that's why you won the medal today. And that's why you felt that you owe it to your grandmother to tell her about the medal that you won. So that is what triggered. That's why you're writing a letter to her, not out of some formality. So your letter should not be a piece of a task that you're doing just because your school is forcing you to do it. It should look like a genuine, authentic letter. Now I spoke in English. I hope everyone understood. All of you look blank. All right.
Yes, sir.
This was my crash course in a letter writing. I obviously did not speak in detail. I don't know how many of you are on YouTube, but if you go on my YouTube channel, I have made a special video on letter writing, and that is in a lot of detail, by the way. So it's a detailed video. You can go through it. I have also spoken about both the formats over there. I've given you the format in that video. You can pause, copy it. You can play it at your own speed. It will help you. All right. I've done the same for email and notice as well. So you guys can go through that video as well. It's in a, like, I went through my YouTube channel. There's a lot of rubbish on that. All right. So I'm really sorry for that. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I made those videos, but a lot of useful videos are there. Like this email and notice writing is a good video. Letter writing is a good video. I look very weird because I made these videos when 2020 COVID happened. So my barber wasn't there. So my beard seems weird and shit. I have got some white hair popping out. You'll also see some nose hair coming out. Okay. But the content is good. You can go through it. All right. All right. All right. Now I'm taking doubts. Yes. Doubts. Devyani.
So the letter will come of 10 marks. So how long should I write the letter?
One side.
Get full marks.
One side. One side, 3 paragraphs.
Okay, sir.
Sir,
Mm.
she's asking that she can get full mark, but in ICSE they'll not give full mark in the letter writing. Sir.
They'll give you full marks. They'll give you 10 on 10 in letter. They'll give you 5 on 5 in email. They'll give you 5 on 5 in notice. What they won't give you full marks is in the essay. So in the essay, the highest you can get if you are excellent is 19. If you're good, 18. On an average, you get 14 to 16.
Thank you, sir.
What else? Yes, Rutvi.
So in the, like, after like the introduction, like, do we leave a line or leave 2 finger space, like formal or informal, both?
Depending on what type you are pursuing, beta. If you're doing a block format, then you don't leave a space. If you're following a traditional format, you leave space. Viraj?
So could you please explain the introduction?
One second, Viraj, one second. As always, I just want to say, because I realize it's 9:40, I can go on and on, but what will happen is a lot of you are kids. So I'm sure you have a school day tomorrow and you have work to do. I wanted to take doubts of Act 5 also. If you guys had a lot of people ask me, so what about Act 5? But the last part you've not put up yet, I'll put it up for you guys on YouTube. So if you want to hold off on your literature doubts and have a literature session exclusive next week, we can push that to next week. And today we can just focus on this whole email notice, in which case those people who don't have doubts in email notice or letter may leave the lecture. You don't have to be formal and wait around out of politeness. Okay. So if you feel that these doubts don't concern you, you'd rather go and eat something, please feel free to leave the lecture. All right. Now people can ask me doubts. So YouTube link, please just type Shesha Vadia on YouTube. Beta. Vadia with a V, the Garib wala, not W. W are the rich ones. Yes. Go on. Who's saying what are doubts?
Sir,
Yes.
so can you please give a line for introduction? Like we can't, you said that
Give me
we can't.
like, are you talking about an informal letter or formal letter?
Informal.
In an informal letter, if I were to start a letter, what I would say is that in case you're wondering why I'm writing a letter and not speaking to you over the phone right now, is because my phone's been confiscated owing to bad marks. But that's a story for another day. Today, I'm writing a letter to you because I have to tell you about what happened with me at school. And then you write. So you're establishing the fact why you're not texting and why you're writing a letter instead.
That's necessary.
No, it's not necessary. This is my.
ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं क्या सर? मतलब I don't like texting and all that stuff. So.
हाँ, मतलब तू लिख सकता है that I know you're bored with my letters in a day and age of technology, but I love corresponding through letters. I love retaining letter writing. Or you cannot do anything at all. And you can say, You will not believe what happened in school today. I have to tell you everything. So blah blah blah, and then you just introduce the topic, but don't stretch the topic.
Okay, sir.
Introduction is for the topic, not for yourself. So you can't introduce yourself. You have to introduce the topic. Texting is not my vibe, so I'm writing. You can't write that, Navya. I don't think a teacher checking your paper is going to understand what vibe means. She'll ask you, vibe क्या होता है, drip क्या होता है, वो सब उनको नहीं समझ में आता ये सब चीज़. अच्छा, you're kidding. Sorry. But I take these questions very seriously, so that's why. Sorry. Okay, Pratik.
Sir, like हम formal letter में लिखते हैं, sir. I am writing this letter to you for doing this. उसके जगह क्या use कर सकते हैं हम उसकी जगह?
This की जगह क्या use कर सकते हैं?
This is like this is an example, sir. Like sir, मैं इस चीज के लिए लिख रहा हूँ, तुम्हें लगता है कि मैं ये हूँ, तो उसके लिए हम क्या use कर सकते हैं?
कुछ I would suggest formal letter सबसे simple होना चाहिए. Be simple in a formal letter. Simply start with the topic. I am writing this letter to tell you that, or bring to your notice that, or to invite you to so and so. And then you can say firstly, secondly, lastly in your first, like if you are including points, you can use these words. So you also have a format in mind that I have to firstly say this. Secondly, I would like to add. Lastly, I'd like to say blah, blah, blah. Then you can write.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, beta. Rutvi.
So how do you start? Like if you've already gotten the opposite person's letter and you want to write a letter in reply, how do you start an introduction? Like,
so you say
can you start with
you've gotten a letter from someone, you're replying to that. So you are simply saying that in your last letter, you mentioned that, keeping that in mind, I decided to tell you about, and you can just write.
Okay.
Shreya. When I say why you're writing a letter, establishing that point is not necessarily why a letter and why not a text message. But what I would like you to emphasize on is why you're choosing to write a letter to this particular person. Like a person who's reading your letter, why this person? Why did you choose to tell this person about what's happening? So that person who's reading your letter has to feel involved in your letter in some way. So ensure that, okay, if you would have been there, you would have done this. So I missed you a lot today. Things like that. So you can start with, I have never missed you as much as I missed you today. Let me tell you what happened. And then you can start off. Things like that. Shreya.
Yes, sir. So in informal letter and in block format, after writing address, date and things, do we have to leave line for dear wala, dear, so dear friend and all?
Lines छोड़.
Like बोलता ना एड्रेस के बाद डेट लिखते हो, तो उसके बाद एक लाइन लीव करना चाहिए, like नहीं सर,
नहीं आई एम सर्चिंग फॉर अ मार्कर. मैं से लगा देता हूँ एक पोस्टेड यहाँ पे, जाते को लगा लाइंस छोड़, लीव अ लाइन. श्रेया.
Okay, in the letter too.
Leave a line.
Sir.
Yes.
Please speak in English, sir.
Trinayani, I cracked a very bad joke right now, beta. What she said was, she asked me a repetitive question again, asking me if she should leave a line. So I said, I'd rather put up a post-it on my forehead where it says, yes, you should be leaving lines. It wasn't a very funny joke, which is why 6 people exited in the last 6 minutes. All right. So sorry about that. It wasn't important at all. So, but she was trying to ask me if after dear, am I supposed to write, like if I write dear Trinayani and then comma, and when I begin, am I supposed to leave a line between that? And I said, yes, you should always leave a line between everything.
Okay, sir.
Yes. Who else? Yashaswini. Sorry, but who else? I meant like you'll ask me directly. Tell me.
Yes, sir. So suppose, just a second. So can you wait? I'm getting a call.
I'm not important at all. My pizza delivery guy is waiting for me. I haven't answered his call back, man. All right, Ria, tell me. No, you answer, man. I'm okay with that. Just put yourself on mute and answer, else it'll be an embarrassing conversation if it's your boyfriend or something. Then it'll be like, "Arey, yaar, on live television, you're like talking to me." Like, yes, Ria.
Yes, sir. Sir, I have actually like 2-3 doubts. So for the address, is it for the address, sorry, is it compulsory to have 4 lines or 3 lines, or it
No
doesn't
such thing. No such thing. Because in Mumbai, you can put in 3 lines and a date. But in different states, addresses sometimes extend over 2 lines also. So it's okay. 3 lines minimum, I think I would suggest for an address. Then leave a line and then the date.
Okay, sir.
What I will tell you, Ria, is a PIN code is a must in your address. You have to put in a PIN code.
Okay.
So ideally, the format, Ria, in your head is house or apartment number, road, area's name, areas as in it could simply be Mumbai or whatever, and the PIN code.
Okay, sir, understood. Thank you.
No
Sir,
problem.
then do we do 2 finger space, or
That is in the
that...
traditional format. In the
Okay.
block format, you leave a line.
Okay, and same goes for email, right? We don't do 2 finger space.
Email, there's never a 2 finger space. Email is always leave a line.
Sir, and just 2 more things.
I have a lot of time in hand. Bolo.
Sir, so in the starting, you said that we should usually start with like, I'm very excited to tell you. Would it be fine if it's like somebody older and then we start with, hope you and your family is well? Or is that too formal?
It's too cliche. So, you know, if you're writing it to someone older, what I would say is, mama told me or mom told me that you were not keeping well of late. I hope this letter, by the time this letter reaches you, you are much better. And I thought this letter should cheer you up because I have something very funny to tell you. And then basically link it up. It should be linked up. Your introduction should not be abrupt where you're saying, hope you're fine. But now listen, I have something to tell you, so you have to read my letter. It shouldn't be that. Like, it should be smooth.
Okay, so there isn't any problem if we just write just one thing, hope you're fine, because after a long time, if anything.
Yes. No.
And there only in hope you're fine, should the H be capital after the dear cousin or whatever, or it doesn't matter?
Hope you're fine.
Like starting, because we're starting dear cousin Raj example.
And then your
next
first line is hope you're doing fine. So will the H be capital, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, it's a sentence, right? So sentence begins with a capital letter, beta.
Okay, because it's comma, right? And then so I was confused.
Smart. But I get your question. I never thought of it that way. It's a comma, so, but you have to. It's a new line. You start with new. But
Okay,
interesting.
thank you.
Never thought of it that way. Good.
Thank you, sir.
Gufran Raza is telling me my shoulder reminds him of Pushpa.
Sir,
Yes.
can we start the introduction with a question? Like, is it right to start with?
No, what are you expecting an answer? Like, hey, did you eat? Like, and that person will write, by the time the letter reaches you, I'm like, no, I've not eaten. Like, obviously not.
No, so then how Ria asked, like, hope you're fine. So that's a question.
Hope is not a question. Hope is a statement. Like, I'm hoping you're fine. Like, are you fine is a question. Who else? Doubts? Doubts? Like, Adi, I see you. You and I are having a date of our own in 5 minutes. Hold on. Yes, who else? Doubts? Bhumi.
Sir, about the email, I wanted to ask whether we have to make a box or not. Is it compulsory?
It's not compulsory. It's advisable. Boxes make your work look neat, but it's not a compulsion. No one can cut your marks for that.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Rutvi, you're done, beta? Is that a hand from before?
So one more down. Last.
Ask.
In Dior, like if it's like directly, if we write like the name of the person and not write like uncle, cousin, is that okay? Or do we write the relation?
In a cousin, aunt, and uncle, you must mention the relation. In anything else, it's okay if you don't. Except for Adi, everyone sorted with the doubts? Okay. We don't have envelope English. No, you don't, Navya. Yes, Devyani.
So what I have a doubt. We could write instead of writing like, what are you doing and how are you?
You can't. That's chatting. So in a letter, you don't ask questions like that.
So what else line we could write, so which will be effective?
I hope you're doing well. It's been a long time since I spoke to you. Where have you've not been? So if you want to say, where have you been? Don't say that. So you instead say, You've not been in touch for a long time. I'm hoping everything's well with you. I've not heard from you from a long time. Devyani.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Vagisha.
Yes, in notice or email, is it compulsory to mention that head boy or head girl?
In an email, yes, not in a notice. Were you there in the last class?
No, sir. No, I was
the
not.
videos out, the videos on YouTube, you can go through it, or you can simply go through notice and email writing video on my YouTube channel. There you'll know you are never supposed to put the designation in a notice. But in an email, you are supposed to. It's a compulsion.
Okay, sir. So it is compulsory, head boy and head girl.
This is me saying yes. Yes. All right. Ria.
Sir, do we put full stop after our names in email, letters?
No such thing.
Okay, sir, that's it. Thank you.
Priyanka, Samriddhi, Pritha, Pratik, Sridevi. Sridevi changes it to a star. Yes, doubts. Shruti, Divyani, Adrija, Ria, Arshit, Rishu. Three nanny.
Yes, sir.
Did you understand everything I taught right now?
Yeah, sir.
Are you upset with me because I used a lot of Hindi in between?
No, sir.
You did understand, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Ex-Josephine.
Thank you.
What are you now? Did you get it? Because she's ex-Josephine. So what is she now? Because she was Josephine in the past. That's why she's ex-Josephine. No, I'll in my head, the joke sounded much better. Ex-Josephine. She's not there only. It's some name. Umema. Ex-Josephine is texting. I want to understand. Ex-Josephine. Why is your name ex-Josephine? She's typing. Umema, did you understand everything?
Yes, sir.
Sure?
Yes.
Did you eat something?
Not yet.
Is that why you're sounding so weak? Like you want to eat, but you're not eating?
No.
Is that why your videos of like, are you eating on the side?
No, I am not.
Okay. She's a diploma student now. And ex-Josephine, why are you punishing yourself by sitting through my lecture if you're not in 10th right now? In case I need to send an email to someone, sir, or in case I need to put up a notice in my college. What? Oh, Josephine is the school's name. That's hunger talking. I'm really sorry. I should just stop talking now for a second. Adi is waiting for his date night with me. Ex-Josephine is responding late. She's saying no, sir. Okay, 1 second. This is really bad. Hold on. Andrea. Andrea's not talking. Karthik.
Yes, sir.
Hi.
No,
How
sir.
are you?
Sir, I'm fine.
Why is your video off?
Sir, I'm actually eating right now.
Eating wafers?
Sir, something like this. Sir, chips actually, not wafers.
Show me.
Sir?
Show me.
The wrapper?
What wafer are you eating? Like, do you have varieties that I have? Have you ever eaten yam chips?
No, sir.
Yam is purple in color. Tapioca chips?
No, sir.
What chips are you eating?
Sir, just normal Lays.
So air, huh? Did you get it? Because Lays doesn't have chips, it's only air. Sorry, Adi is getting impatient. Adi, can I say good night to all of these people? Then you and I can sit properly. 2 seconds. Guys, if you don't have doubts, you guys can. Ex-Josephine is texting now. Hold on 1 second. I'm 2021 batch. I want to learn English and diploma college. Okay. Josephine, it's okay. I was sorry. I was just curious, but I'm curious by nature. People who have no doubts can go, because I'm going to have a personal one-on-one with Adi. It's going to be an intense, passionate night with him right now where I'm discussing stuff. Can we join? Of course. Whoever wants to sit can sit. I just don't want you guys getting bored. Because once Adi starts talking, it doesn't stop somehow. Like, I'll have to cut him off and say, Adi, mazak kar raha hu, tu tension mat le. Azan, what's your doubt, beta?
Sir, so I was instructed in school to put my signature after the
designation, formal letters. Is it necessary?
In a formal letter?
Yeah.
Not compulsory. It was a part of the format once, which is why he's saying that. So he's not wrong in saying that, but these days it's not a compulsion to put in.
Thank you.
Signature, even if you put it, you won't lose marks. So how this works is, Azan, you'll say yours truly, comma, then you'll put in your signature, then you'll put in your name in block letters. If you want to go with the signature. Even if you don't put it, it's fine. You're going to still get marks.
Thank you.
Welcome. Adi, शुरू हो जा.
हाँ सर, अगर मुझे ICSE से IB बोर्ड में जाने का है तो मतलब कैसा कुछ ऐसा परसेंटेज रहता है क्या उसमें?
Application based होता है. अब अगर if you're like this is for people who are in Bombay, if you want to apply in an IB school, most applications are shut by now. Like schools like Dhirubhai Ambani or Singapore International or Aditya Birla, they have their applications like 3 months prior to your board exams. So you have to actually apply to the school, then they give you a paper of their own or they have an interview process of their own. You have to write a statement of purpose, like why would you want to join their school. They have their own individual exam of sorts. Each school has a different manner of getting into it. Okay. But it doesn't, and your score is just a conditional score. Like they give you the admission prior to your board results coming in.
Okay. तो मतलब क्या बोर्ड एग्जाम होने से पहले वो लोग एडमिशन ऑफर कर देगा मेरे को, है ना?
कर देगा तेरे को. तेरा आज मैंने 3 फ्लेक्सेस देख लिया. पहला तो तू क्या बोला मेरे को कि तू डोंबिवली के लिए तेरे पास एक ड्राइवर है. फिर तू ड्राइवर था जो तेरा भाई यूज करता है. फिर तू मेरे को बोलता है मैं IB स्कूल में जाएगा, तुम सब गरीब लोग नॉर्मल कॉलेजेस में जाएगा.
सर ना सर,
इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट, ये आदमी का नाम देखो, 34 आदित्य प्रसाद. इसके घर पे बहुत
24/7 आदि फ्लेक्सेस.
अरे you know him?
No, it's just general like essay.
आदि प्रसाद फ्लेक्स बॉय. आदि मैं तेरी टांग खींच रहा हूं, देखो पता ना बेटा. It's like I'm just pulling your leg.
हाँ सर, नहीं सर, मेरे को ना हर टाइम ऐसा लगता है कि मेरे को मजाक समझ में नहीं आता, लेकिन थोड़ा
नहीं, मेरा चेहरा देख के बेटा सबको मजाक समझ में आता है. उनको लगता है मैं ही एक मजाक ही चल रहा हूँ लाइफ में. तू टेंशन मत ले, जो भी मेरे मुंह से निकलता है वो मजाक है. तू लोड मत ले. तेरे को IB का समझ में आया? तेरे को एक एडवाइस दूं, तू ओशिवारा में रहता है ना? हाँ, तो तू ओबरॉय इंटरनेशनल में अप्लाई कर. दैट्स क्लोज टू गोरेगांव. इट्स क्लोज टू.
मैं देखा, मैं वो ओबरॉय स्कूल ना, जो बड़ा वाला जो बिल्डिंग रहता है, अलग अलग फ्लैग्स जो रहते हैं ना उसमें. सर मेरे को मालूम है, मेरे को ऐसे पूछ रहा हूँ, मैं ऐसा फ्लेक्स नहीं करता हूँ.
कर दिया, बोला बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछता है.
क्या बहुत क्वेश्चन पूछता ना ये? तू आदि, ये लोग सब लोग जेलस है बिकॉज मैं तेरे साथ टाइम स्पेंड कर रहा हूँ. तू बोल, तेरे को और क्या पूछने का है?
सर मैंने ना आपको एक बार इंस्टा पे भेजा था वो क्या नोटिस का, मतलब मैंने करके दिखाया. मतलब आप थोड़ा ऐसे चेक करके देखो ना, ठीक है कि
आदि? हेलो.
हाँ
क्या
नोटिस जो मैंने लिखा है ना उसको मतलब आपको चेक करने के लिए दिया था चैट में एक बार, लेकिन आप देखे नहीं वो.
क्या? अरे तू क्या बोल, एक वापस बोल.
उसको बुरा लग रहा है,
खुद में कंफ्यूज है.
आदि
कंफ्यूज.
नहीं सर, मतलब मैंने ना एक बार ऐसे नोटिस जो था ना वो ऐसे लिख के रखा था मैं, और वो इंस्टा पे आपको को भेजा था एक बार, तो आपने
क्या
बोला वो मुझे मयंक ऊपर सुनाई नहीं दे रहा. वो क्या बोल रहा है? तू बीच में मत बोल यार. Three Nanny, in case you're wondering, I just said I can't hear this boy Adi Prasad. Adi, what are you saying, man?
अरे मतलब क्या है कि मैं जो आपने सिखाया था नोटिस का फॉर्मेट था, वो मैं लिखा, आपको उसका फोटो और वो जो क्वेश्चन जो था ना वो आपको भेजा एक बार इंस्टा पे.
Adi, I can only see your mouth moving. No one's able to hear you. Beta, your voice is not audible.
हेलो सुनाई दे रहा है?
Sir, his voice is audible, sir.
अरे नहीं सुनाई दे रहा है.
सर क्या बोल रहा है?
Tinani is such an angel.
We can't hear.
So sweet, like,
but it's okay.
Trying so hard. Arey Adi, I heard you, man. You want me to check your notice. The problem is, beta, see what happens is no one's perfect. You understand that, right? No one's perfect. Everyone's got flaws, right? The only flaw I have, no beta, is corrections. I hate corrections.
Okay.
Like if I see someone asking me to correct something, no. That's how many papers I have to check now.
Oh God.
In that, if you send me something to check, my innate nature is to ignore. But in that, if you tell me, okay, sir, I'm sending you my notice, but at the same time, I'm sending you a Google Pay of 1,000 rupees, then maybe I might be like, okay. Adi, तू ना एक दिन आजा मिलने मेरे को, अपन साथ में बैठ के चाय पियेंगे यहाँ पे। फिर तेरे साथ बात करता हूँ, ठीक है? मैं तेरे को मार्वल के कप में दूंगा, तेरे लिए स्पाइडरमैन का मग दूंगा मैं तेरे को, टेंशन मत लो। ठीक है? अब म्यूट कर। Pritha, you have a doubt, beta? Sorry.
Yes, sir. So from informal letter, our school told that we should use Y like without the curve at the end. It is like necessary.
Let me ask you again what you asked me. You're saying when you write yours, then the Y can't be cursive. Is that necessary? Is what you're asking? Yes. There's no such rule. Yashaswini.
Yes, sir. So can I ask you a question not related to studies?
Puchna.
So I see you upload videos with cats. Do you have any cat at your home right now?
This is not my house. It's my branch. There.
Oh wow, she's so cute. Actually, I'm a great cat lover, so I asked. Thank you, sir.
No problem. So I love you guys. Take care. I'll see you guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Good night, guys.
Bye. Bye, sir. Thank you.
Bye, Bacha. Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Thank you. Bye.